Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are here with some news and politics for Monday, September the 30th, 2024, last day of September. Now, let's go ahead and jump into some of the stories here. From The Lever, what we have: Master plan behind Master Plan, the inside story of how we uncovered smoking gun audio exposing the secret roots of Project 2025. Trump's Project 2025 will give him unchecked political power with no guardrails, and it would take Black America backwards. Project 2025 would strip away our voting rights protection and eliminates the Department of Education. It would also require states to monitor women's pregnancies. It bans abortion and would rip away health care coverage for millions. We are in the process of the Second American Revolution. It will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be, according to Kevin Roberts, president of the Heritage Foundation, a publisher of Project 2025. In mid-September, the crew behind Master Plan gathered in a small office to podcast editor Ron Doyle's Southeast Denver home. In a small office in podcast editor. The three stared warily at computer screens, quite apparently sleep deprived. They'd been up late the night before, first doing an online Q&A with subscribers to the podcast, then working to address a newly discovered issue with an upcoming installment. A closet door stood open, revealing a chair, a microphone, and soundproofing foam on the wall, a makeshift recording booth, if they could just figure out what to record. I'm so utterly fucking over this episode. David Sirota, the Denver-based journalist who founded The Lever, a national news outlet, as well as the Master Plan podcast, declared after hours of concentration. Are we making this better? Are we sure? So yeah. I'll not worry about it for right now. But yeah, I thought I was logged in, whatever. I gotta do a lot of stuff on the side, but that gives you a preview of that. Clearly, there's an attack on anything that says treat people kindly with generosity. No, fuck them. You are only should be about yourself, and that's what the right wing wants. They want you to be hateful. They want you to be evil. And that's what they fucking push. Even with this, to stop woke investing, companies want taxpayer-funded lobbyists. 2 new anti-ESG bills would install corporate lobbyists, something we don't fucking need, within the SEC and hamper shareholders and local governments. Under the guise of combating woke investing, corporate-backed House Republicans last week passed legislation that would establish a taxpayer-funded advisory board within the county's top Wall Street regulatory agency, whose sole purpose is to lobby on pro-business and corporate concerns. You know, so the rich can get fucking richer! Because that is what the fuck the right wing cares about! The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission seal is overlaid on the setting sun behind an oil well in Kansas. Yeah. So, anyway. This is from ProPublica, Life of the Mother. How abortion bans have led to preventable deaths. When the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022, doctors warned that women would die. But lawmakers who passed state abortion bans didn't listen. The worst consequences are now becoming clear. Yeah, duh! Abortion bans have delayed emergency medical care. In Georgia, experts say this mother's death was preventable. At least 2 women in Georgia died after they couldn't access legal abortions and timely medical care in their state, ProPublica has found. This is one of the stories. Yeah, a ton of it. I thought we were on to one story, but apparently it leads into a bunch of others. Yeah, afraid to seek care amid Georgia's abortion ban, she stayed home and died. Candy Miller's family said she didn't visit a doctor due to current legislation on pregnancies and abortions. Maternal health experts deemed her death preventable and blamed Georgia's abortion ban. Because Republicans are stupid fucks. They always have been. I don't know why anybody thinks they're fucking intelligent. ProPublica again. EPA says it plans to withdraw approval for Chevron's plastic-based fuels that are likely to cause cancer. The decision comes after a ProPublica investigation revealed that the EPA had found that one of the fuels had a cancer risk more than 1 million times higher than the agency usually considers acceptable. See, this is what actual journalism should be about, holding power to account. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is planning to withdraw and reconsider its approval for Chevron to produce 18 plastic-based fuels, including some that an internal agency assessment found are highly likely to cause cancer. In a recent court filing, the federal agency said it has substantial concerns that the approval order may have been made in error. The EPA gave a Chevron refinery in Mississippi the green light to make the chemicals in 2022 under a climate-friendly initiative intended to boost alternatives to petroleum, as ProPublica and The Guardian reported last year. An investigation by ProPublica and The Guardian revealed that the EPA has calculated that one of the chemicals intended to serve as jet fuel was expected to cause cancer in 1 in 4 people exposed over their lifetime. Again, you must hold corporations accountable, and if that means holding the government accountable, to hold them fucking accountable, do that! This is why I like groups like ProPublica, The Lever. They actually push at the levers of power. Now, let's look at some stuff here from the Appalachia Reddit. Asheville, North Carolina, just wanted to post in case It can help anyone. Alert! Asheville, North Carolina is a total blackout zone, and we've set up 2 Starlink stations for public use. Even North Carolina State Police aren't able to connect to cellular networks, so they're using our Starlinks now. Spot 1, Doubletree Hilton downtown, and Spot 2, the Asheville shelter at the Ferguson building. Spread this for anyone in the affected area. It's been days since anyone's been able to connect to cellular out here. That's a sad situation when we depend so much on cellular. And also from the Appalachia Reddit, Lansing, North Carolina after Helene. Some of the outskirts of Lansing in Helton. Yeah, you can see how it's decimated. We got some pictures here. Look, downtown, how high the water is still. It's went under buildings. I'm sure it's knocked out some foundations. Look at the damage it's done to the road. You can't tell because there's so much of it that's flooded over. Look at this. A whole house just collapsed. Yeah. You know, places in the mountains and in the interior U.S., they're not really built for hurricanes because they're not supposed to happen. But climate change has made them stronger, more often, worse. But no one seems to give a damn. Yeah, flipped over cars. Church. Before and after. Look at. Just devastating. Tore up the road. See, the coastal areas of the U.S. may be used to it because they get hit by hurricanes. Not the interior, especially not along the Appalachian Mountains. We're not used to it. Because we're usually not supposed to get fucking hurricanes. But, again, climate change, no one gives a goddamn, even though they've been warned over and fucking over. Now, let's look at some different charts here. How much income is needed to afford a home in the U.S.? Household income to afford a home purchase. It's showing, Iowa is the lowest priced at $59,000. California the highest, $193,000. You can see how things are horribly butchered in the more populous, wealthy states, which tend to be Democratic. How high they fucking are. New York, 131. California, 193. Washington, 192. I live in Virginia, it's 107, but that's because most of northern Virginia is right along with DC. You get down here where I live, you find a lot of much lower priced houses. Though they still have been rising over the years. But yeah. What shocks me is Texas. All the wealth and as big of a population as it is, and it's still only 84,000, it shows the other states could keep it down as well. But they don't. Now, let's look at some other charts here. Politics at work. More than 20% of people fake their political opinions among colleagues, according to a survey of 2,820 employees taken by Kick Resume. Have you ever faked a political view at work? 79% say no. Meanwhile, 21% say yes. What led them to fake it? Number one, to avoid conflict, 64%. Number two, to fit into team, 27%. Yeah, 1, 3, you gotta question things. Number three, to make myself look better, 15%. How bad are your fucking views if that's 1 in 3? How bad? And of course, you've got to please the boss at 4 to get promoted at 5. But yeah. How bad are your goddamn views if those are 1 in 3? Maybe you should do some self-reflection. You know, just a thought. Map of power outages. This is a map from the Hurricane Helene that went through, and the power outages it's exacted on the area. Like I said, the Appalachians, which are right in here, they're not used to it. They're really not. Again, coastal cities, sure. The Outer Banks, Raleigh, a lot of Florida, they're used to it. They know how to build up for that. In the Appalachians, we don't. We don't have hurricanes. I mean, this is goddamn common sense. But, you know, when you don't have them, you don't prepare for them. Is this something we're going to have to start goddamn fucking preparing for because goddamn climate change has fucked everything over? I mean, seriously. But anyway. Yeah. South Carolina devastated. Which, let's see. Florida, Georgia. So this would be South Carolina. North Carolina, and then of course Virginia. Yeah, North Carolina, Asheville's like in here somewhere. It was devastated. Georgia has a little bit of the Appalachian Mountains in northern Georgia. It's the foothills and stuff. But yeah. Um, just right when you get up here, and it's like all of a sudden it's in the Appalachians, in Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Kentucky, Virginia. It is devastating in the mountains. Because again, that's not something that's normally prepared for. Yeah. And Helene was ridiculously strong. So, now, history porn, some interesting photographs from history. This is the 28th of February, 1947. The first women's weightlifting contest sanctioned by the Southern Pacific AAU that was held in Los Angeles, California. You know, of course, some of them, it's a chance to show off because you see how many were in bikinis here. Bikini, 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 bikini. And then some of them were just in regular dress. But I guess they're really wanting to show off the muscles. They're not as muscled as you would see today. There's a little bit of tone you could see like in the thighs, a little bit of tone. But yeah. Next, we got a picture of Abraham Lincoln from 1863 that was printed in 1901. I don't know if it was a tintype, a daguerreotype, or what type of setup it was, but yeah. I doubt it was a regular photograph. Perhaps it was. Photography was starting to be developed around that time. But yeah. Because Matthew Brady was one of the big names in photography at that period because he was one of the pioneers in America. Next picture, Marilyn Monroe poses with the U.S. Army during her tour to Korea, February of 1954. Marilyn's up here. But yeah, bunch of soldiers, flyboys and everything. I mean, it's Army, but still, helicopter. But Marilyn, you know, you want to keep up morale, so things they idolize, they look at, they dream about. Yeah, you know. This image was in 1937. Broke, baby sick, and car trouble. 37. We're going through the Great Depression. I think the Dust Bowl was also going on at the same time. But yeah, this mother, more likely a single mother with her child, vehicles broke down. It says she's broke, which yeah, so more likely no money she has. Just a moment of a snapshot of time of just how bad things were. A lot of people want to pretend before now America was great. No, motherfucker, there's a lot of bad shit that went on. Year 1947. So we saw women bodybuilders, and this is men. Bodybuilder Steve Reeves and fitness promoter Abby Stockton toured the U.S. to promote fitness and health in the whole country here during a stop they did in Hawaii. So, yeah, these are probably Reeves and Stockton. But you see, they're like, yeah, we're muscled. But even in this picture, I guess, again, that's probably Abby Stockton. She's not so much muscled. You can clearly see her stomach is well cut, but still, she's not like, bah. It's something we'll see more often as time goes on, that women get more, or willing to become more muscled in competitions. Here's a picture of a hunter with a polar bear he had slain with a bow and arrow in Alaska in 1924. So we're talking Eskimos, Inuits. But yeah, killing a polar bear with bow and arrows. You can see several arrows in it. I mean, that's just life. People may go, why can't I eat fruits and vegetables? You gotta eat what you have access to. You don't always have access to fruit and vegetables. This is life. You have to get over it. And finally, we have a picture of a French woman of the French army drinking a bottle of red wine in a devastated German city in 1945. So yeah, 1945, last year of the war, devastated German city. You know, France was under oppression by Germany for a long time, and so she's just like, whatever, man. I'm getting a bit drunk, cause fuck this war. Now let's get into some stories here from NBC News. State judge strikes down Georgia's abortion ban. The law banned abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. The state attorney general's office said an appeal of the judge's ruling was forthcoming. A judge in Georgia's Fulton County struck down the state's 6-week abortion ban Monday, allowing the procedure to resume and making it legal up to 22 weeks. As it fucking should. That's midway. I mean, goddamn, the propaganda that was always pushed by the right wing, oh, they're doing it the day of. No, they weren't, unless the mother's life was in goddamn fucking danger, you dumb sacks of fucking propaganda stupidity. Fucking hell. But yeah, the state law known as the Life Act was signed by Republican Governor Brian Kemp in 2019, but didn't take effect until July 2022 after it faced a legal challenge and the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe v. Wade. But yeah, I'm glad. Fight. Push back, god damn it. These lunatics that think abortion should be banned, fuck women's lives, fuck their health, fuck their safety, you know, fuck the goddamn Republicans who think that's okay. Fuck you, you cocksuckers. This is from LBC. LBC. Bum bum bum. I've watched some of this stuff on YouTube, so yeah. But yeah, farmer 70 mows down boy 6 for stealing an orange, breaking both his legs in front of his screaming mother. Welcome to conservative dumb dickery, how it spread world fucking goddamn wide. Christoffel Johannes Stroman, 70, appeared at the Vredendal Magistrates Court on Monday, where he stands trial on 2 charges of attempted murder and a further charge of reckless and negligent driving. Kwesi Buke, 6, had been walking with his mother at midday on Friday, September the 20th, when he reportedly stopped to pick up an orange that was on the ground before attempting to reach through a fence to grab another one that had also fallen. But dumb dick 70-year-old thought, let's run him over! Yeah. Fuck fuckers like that. Throw the goddamn book at the son of a bitch. I have no sympathy for how old he is. Fuck him. Fuck him. At that point, you should know goddamn better. Fucking 70 and you running over a 6-year-old because he has some oranges! Fuck you! From Sky News. Hamas leader in Lebanon killed by Israel was a UN employee, UNRWA confirms. The UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East, UNRWA, said Fatah el-Sharif had been under investigation and on administrative leave since March. The United Nations agency has confirmed an individual described by Israel as the leader of Hamas in Lebanon was a UN employee after he was killed in an Israeli strike. Surprise, surprise. The UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East, UNRWA, said Fatah el-Sharif had been under investigation over his political activities and been on administrative leave since March. The Israeli military announced on Monday that it had eliminated Sharif in a strike in Lebanon, a strike it had no purpose committing, by the way, accusing him of coordinating terror activities with members of Hezbollah. Hamas said Sharif was killed along with his wife, son, and daughter in a strike that targeted their house in a Palestinian refugee camp in the southern city of Tyre in the early hours of Monday. Yeah, fuck goddamn Israel. They're a rabid dog that needs put down. Seriously, they fucking are. I don't give a shit what you goddamn think anymore. You right-wing sacks of garbage. Fuck you. You can go fuck yourself with your shitbag fucking Trump daddy motherfuckers. Yeah, fuck you. From ABC News, baseball legend Pete Rose dies at the age of 83. Yeah, all-time hits leader in Major League Baseball. Never got into the Hall of Fame. Because, he gambled on his own team. After what we've seen from fucking Trump, people like Rose should be kissed up to because they're not a goddamn genocidal son of a bitch. Fuck Trump. Donald Trump senior advisor Jason Miller says states will be able to monitor women's pregnancies and prosecute them for getting out-of-state abortions in a Trump second term. What are your thoughts on this? What effects do you think this will have on America? Here's the link to his statements. Jason Miller says it is going to be up to the states whether or not they set up regimes to monitor women's pregnancies so they can prosecute them for getting out-of-state abortions. So instead of saying, no, that's wrong, that violates a person's privacy and rights, it's up to the states. You're a garbage human being if that's your fucking take.
Decided to do that.
Well, he's made it very clear that he's not going to go and weigh in and try to push various states and how they want to go and set up their particular rules and restrictions. That's going to be up to the states.
But he wouldn't support monitoring pregnancies even if a state decided to do that.
Well, he's made it very clear that he's not going to go and weigh in and try to push various states and how they want to go and set up their particular rules and restrictions. That's going to be up to the states.
But he wouldn't support monitoring pregnancies even if a state decided.
It's still goddamn wrong, you sack of shit. It violates privacy! Oh, it'll be up to the states. They should be able to go and do what the goddamn fuck they think. Motherfucker. How goddamn stupid are you? How goddamn stupid are you? How goddamn stupid are you, you fucking dumb dick? Dumb prick-ass motherfucker. From The Guardian, Rudy Giuliani's daughter backs Harris and grieves the loss of my dad to Trump. Carolyn Rose Giuliani decries destructive Trump and calls relationship with father cartoonishly complicated because of this sack of garbage right here, Donald Trump. Fuck the man. He's done more to damage America than any fucking body. Also from The Guardian, Trump condemned for suggesting one really violent day to combat crime. Motherfucker. No. Fuck you. Republican nominees' proposal at Pennsylvania campaign rally compared to dystopian horror film The Purge. Donald Trump has been accused of invoking plot lines similar to The Purge, a dystopian horror film in which officially sanctioned murder is occasionally legal as a possible solution to crime in the U.S. after saying it could be eradicated in one really violent day. No, motherfucker, what you're calling for is violence and evil. In what was seen as an extreme display of demagoguery, even by his standards, Trump drew cheers from an audience in Erie, Pennsylvania, with a picture of an out-of-control crime spree that he said could be ended immediately with one real rough, nasty day or one rough hour. See, this guy wants violence. He wants authoritarianism. He don't give a goddamn about America's democracy and the Constitution. He don't give a fuck about it. But motherfuckers are like, he's the greatest fucking thing there is. Praise Daddy Trump. I'm like, seriously, motherfuckers, how goddamn stupid are you? How goddamn stupid are you? You see these guys walking out with air conditioners, with refrigerators on their back, the craziest thing, Trump said, and the police aren't allowed to do their job. They're told, if you do anything, you're gonna lose your pension. Bull goddamn shit! They go and beat the shit out of fucking protesters who aren't being violent! But, oh, that's alright! Fuck you, sack of garbage! From the AP, Judge strikes down, yeah, another article on a judge striking down the Georgia ban on abortions. Yeah. From space.com, supermassive black hole jets mysteriously ignite nova explosions. Hubble telescope finds a curious mechanism tied to the supermassive black hole jets are causing more nova eruptions in the void's vicinities. Yeah. This is an artist concept looking down on the core of the giant elliptical galaxy M187. A supermassive black hole ejects a 3,000 light year long jet of plasma traveling at nearly the speed of light. In the foreground, to the right, is a binary star system. So yeah. So yeah, the supermassive black hole ejects the stream of plasma. 3,000 light year long. That means it would take 3,000 years for light to travel from one end to the other of that jet. Think about that. From France 24, Brazilians choke as fire smoke blankets 80% of the country. As much as 80% of Brazil under a blanket of smoke from historic wildfires. Face masks last used during the coronavirus pandemic are coming out again. South America's biggest country has for weeks been choking on pollution along with much of the rest of the continent battling extreme drought and record fires tied to climate change like the fucking hurricane that came through North America, motherfuckers. When will this shit get through your goddamn brains? Or are you fucking goddamn so fucking stupid you refuse to accept fucking facts? You know, whatever. From Daily Express US, South Africa mass shooting, 17 dead, including 15 women in a disturbing scene. Manhunt is underway for those responsible for the mass murders in Eastern Cape. 2 houses were targeted on Friday night in the town of Lusikisiki. So yeah. When a mass shooting goes on in another country, and it ain't when it ain't American, that's like, wow. BBC, energy bills rise 10% as support is withdrawn. A 10% domestic gas and electricity price rise has taken effect as debate continues over the withdrawal of additional support. A household in England, Wales, and Scotland using a typical amount of gas and electricity will pay £1,717 a year from now, a rise to the annual bill of £149. It came as winter approaches without extra cost of living payments for those on low incomes, and as winter fuel payments are withdrawn for about 10 million pensioners. Energy firms say they are helping struggling and vulnerable customers. Sure you goddamn are. I don't trust a goddamn business cause its bottom line is always make fucking money. So yeah, from the Palestine Chronicle. We will place you in our eyes. Palestinians open their homes, hearts to Lebanese refugees, even after what they have been doing, or what has been done to them by the Nazi Israelis. So yeah. Uh, 15,000 women, pregnant women, face famine in Gaza. The UN War on Women's Health report. That's also from the Palestinian Chronicle. Just showing how fucking evil Israel fucking is. Ah, MAGA pussies. A man spent $4,000 at an auction to smash a Taylor Swift guitar out of spite. Because why? Because he's a MAGA pussy!
Joking. Because we don't need the wall hanger. Gary, now take that, hang up that busted thing.
Hey, guess what, dumb dick? Your penis don't grow after that. You're still only a fucking tiny stub. Poor MAGA pussy. Can you tell I have no love for the right wing in MAGA? Oh, I fucking go after the left, well, the Democrats when they do stupid shit too. But, yeah, I fucking despise the goddamn right wing and MAGA because they are a fucking cancer in America and the world. Fuck them.
False flag attack in London.
Oh yeah. Israel once bombed its own embassy to blame it on Palestinians. Just, again, showing the psychopathy of Israel.
In 1994, where a car bomb exploded outside the Israeli embassy in the centre of London. The senior MI5 officer, who was in charge of the investigation into it and had seen all the evidence but also all the intelligence, which isn't necessarily admissible in court, wrote his formal assessment at the end of the case, and he said he reckoned that Mossad, the Israeli external intelligence agency, had bombed their own embassy. And he said that they did it for two reasons. One, they were always hassling MI5 for increased security around their embassy and other interests in London, because of course London had a reputation of giving safe haven to Arab dissidents from around the world at that point. And MI5 kept saying, well, there's no reason to increase the threat assessment, you don't need extra protection. So letting off a controlled explosion outside, of course, they immediately got what they wanted there. But crucially, 2 innocent Palestinians were arrested, charged and convicted of conspiracy to cause that attack. And they were very active in a Palestinian support network in London, political campaigning for the people on the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. And they were gaining some traction in the media, they were getting quite a lot of support. So by arresting these people and framing them for an attack and sticking them in prison, the whole network just shattered and hasn't got back on its feet to this day. So that would be a clear political advantage for Mossad to have achieved in London by framing these innocent people for an attack which was carried out by Mossad.
Again, Israel is a rabid dog that needs to be put down. Seriously. Anybody that's still backing the fucks, what the fuck is wrong with you? These families have been fleeing Israel's bombardment in Lebanon. We fled from our homes, and God knows if we will go back to our homes. It took us 13 hours by car to get to Tyre, from Tyre to Sidon. And during all that time, there were missiles that were falling around us, and missiles were falling on cars around us. Yeah, as many as 1 million people are said to have been forced from their homes as Israel expands its air attacks and I was in Lebanon in an area called Aden. The area was completely destroyed. All around at around 6 a.m. the bombardment was very heavy and all surrounding buildings collapsed. Thousands of people are seeking refuge in Beirut. Israel has bombed the capital. For us, if the war stops, they say it'll be an hour. Immediately to go to the south. Yeah. Israel is a terror group. You cannot trust them. Fuck Israel. They're evil. Israel is a rabid dog that needs put down. And it needs to be done by fucking force. Because trying to gently, hey, no, fuck you, Biden. Fuck you. Trump ain't no goddamn better, motherfuckers. People go, oh, he ain't motherfucker. He wants even more death and goddamn destruction. The fuckers who say he's anti-war are stupid as goddamn fuck. Stupid as goddamn fuck. Yeah. A power scene plays out in Springfield, Ohio, as racist white nationalists are confronted by a resident that denounces the lies and hate spread by Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Yeah, those fuckers have caused goddamn bomb threats to be called into schools and hospitals. Fuck Trump, fuck Vance. They should never be near the goddamn levers of fucking power. They're psychopaths and sociopaths. They shouldn't be anywhere near the fucking levers of power.
Haitians have no home here! Hate has no home here! We don't want you here! Let them know. Springfield is about love! That's we it! We love our people! All people! All that's people! It. Love this town! Get out! Leave us alone! Leave us alone! America first! America first! America first! America first! Love! No hate! Love! No hate! Love, no hate. Love, no hate. I love you, Biden. America first. 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 In Ohio, Haiti's nowhere near Springfield. It's not even part of the United States of America. So why did 2,000 at least, which is a third of the population of Springfield, Haitians, why were they brought here?
Why do you have such a boner to be a hate-tard, you goddamn stupid son of a fucking bitch?
Oh, we just want to help.
Why? We just told America first! My Donald Trump ain't fucking day because I'm a stupid fucking Republican cuck-ass motherfucker, damn it! I love it! Goddamn
these
stupid
racists
ass
who are supposed to be
cuck
out
sons
here
of
today.
bitches. You'd sit there and suck on Trump's dick and love it. You fucking know it.
Asking you guys have been here longer than us.
You cucked ass motherfuckers. Come on, you poor little white racist cuck ass
We heard there's gonna be a
bitches.
big Nazi rally.
Whoa.
Bunch of, racists who don't like the Haitians
You
coming in.
try to explain
white
your
supremacists,
fucking
like
ideas that are bullshit, you lying sack
Trump
of garbage. Fuck
But it
you,
seems like
you
they're
poor
gonna be
piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, they need to fix their fucking country. Get the fuck out of ours.
Oh, I see.
They don't need our money.
They don't need our money. They don't need us playing fucking daddy for them, paying all their bills.
We
paying their
fucking
you think
decided
what
to
this is?
interfere in their
You think
goddamn country, but motherfuckers like you don't give a shit about that. We can interfere if it helps us, so yeah.
Not the Haitians personally.
See, this is why they're shitbags. They don't have fucking brains of their fucking own. They listen to the cuck-ass propaganda bullshit. So yeah, fuck you goddamn Republican racist fucks. Every goddamn last one of you. Honestly, fucks motherfuckers like that. I don't give a goddamn shit what they fucking think. They're fucking stupid. Canton Police fire Detective Brandon Momorov for kicking 27-year-old man in the chest who was on his hands and knees. Was on his knees with hands up. But how much you want to bet this goddamn cuck-ass bitch will get another fucking police job? He will. Goddamn, we know how the fuck it fucking works! See, what the goddamn shit was that? But motherfucker will get goddamn rehired as a goddamn cop because they suck each other off. They don't give a goddamn fucking thing about facts and fairness and truth and justice. No, it's all about us motherfuckers. Woo!
Comply. Why is my brother like that, bro? He's not complying. Bro, damn, bro, that's how y'all. We didn't do nothing. We live out here. Why you kick my brother like that? That's crazy. How many times did I tell you to go?
This is why I don't tell cops a goddamn thing. Don't tell the motherfuckers a goddamn thing. ACAB, motherfucker. All cops are goddamn bastards. Fuck the sons of bitches.
That was right. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, but that was it though. It's nothing malicious. Just get them on the ground. How many times do I have to tell you to get on the ground? You know.
You guys don't want to listen, that's fine. Then don't be surprised when we put our hands on them.
You don't put your goddamn hands on them regardless, motherfucker, unless they're brandishing a fucking weapon. But no! You're goddamn pussies that get in group of 50 to take down 2 individuals, you sacks of fucking garbage!
I got on the ground. So then don't be surprised when you put your hands on your family or your folks or your friends.
A Canton police officer caught on camera kicking a suspect who appeared to be complying was fired today. 19 investigator Kelly Kennedy has been on this story since it came out in August. She was at Canton City Council tonight, where things got a bit out of hand.
Tensions between police and the community here in Canton are at an all-time high. And even though this detective was fired, the people I spoke with tell me that's not enough. They want to see all of the officers involved in use of force incidents charged criminally. And things got really out of hand at the city council meeting. They even had to cut it short.
No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace!
The city of Canton fired Detective Brandon Momorov Monday. The decision comes after this video surfaced. It shows the detective...
Yeah, the son of a bitch and the others who are fucking complicit in it need fucking assault charges put on their asses.
Kicked 21-year-old Jameer McElroy, even though he was already on the ground with his hands up. Bobby DiCello is his attorney. He says,
like I said, they don't give a goddamn about justice, truth, fairness. Fuck every goddamn last one of the fuckers.
This is a good first step.
Would this case have even happened without bystander video? It's our position that it wouldn't have, and that's what we want the city to become, a place where bystanders don't have to protect themselves or their neighbors from the police.
That news just wasn't enough to appease the public at the city council meeting.
That's it. Now cut it. Act like adults. Now this is enough.
Stark County Prosecutor Kyle Stone came to the meeting. He explained the process behind presenting police use of force cases to a grand jury.
We cannot guarantee the outcome of the grand jury, but what we can guarantee is that it's presented correctly with integrity, honesty, with no outside influence.
Stone says in the 3 years he's been prosecutor, there's been 7 police shootings. 3 of them were deadly. Stone says Zachary Fornash and Frank Tyson's cases will be presented to a grand jury soon. Fornash was shot to death by police in 2023. Tyson died in police custody in April, and his death was ruled a homicide. Veronica Early's brother was killed by Canton police in 2008.
You killed too many people. You killed my brother, Daryl Ross. Nobody gets indicted. If I did this, I'm going to get fired and I'm going to jail. What makes the police so different?
Goddamn yeah, woman. Tell them. Fucking yes. They get no retributions for the bullshit they goddamn pull. None!
I asked Prosecutor Stone for his reaction to the detective who was fired for kicking the young man. He told me he couldn't comment because McElroy is a family member.
Here we have more cops misbehaving. Arkansas inmate who was beaten in patrol car by now fired officer Joseph Harris has filed a federal lawsuit against the officer, police chief, and the city. Good on you, man. Good on you.
I have got fentanyl inside of me. Last night I swallowed. It's in aluminum foil, wrapped up. It's in a baggie. It's in aluminum foil, individually wrapped up in aluminum foil.
After being picked up by Jonesboro police, Billy Lee Corum repeatedly stated that he had fentanyl in his system and that he needed to go back to the hospital from which he just escaped.
On my daughter's life, I've got one daughter. She's 17 years old and she hates my guts. On my daughter's life, and the only thing I love in this world is her. I've got fentanyl inside of me. On this camera, I've got fentanyl inside of me.
As shown in the video.
Hey, at least he's making it known.
Officer Harris repeatedly disregarded Corum, and after a few minutes, Corum then wiggles his way around in the back seat and finds a way to get his seatbelt wrapped around his neck, attempting to choke himself. What happens when Harris stops the vehicle is what gets him in trouble.
Yeah, the guy's on drugs, choking himself, and what's the first thing the cop do? Let's beat the goddamn shit out of you!
Harris is seen repeatedly hitting Corum with his fists and elbows, only unwrapping the seatbelt from Corum's neck after the constant blows to the head. Harris then shuts the door, hitting Corum in the head once again. And while another officer checks to see if Corum is okay, Harris decides to come back.
Really?
He wakes Corum up with his baton, this time shutting the door with Corum's head smashed in between the door and the seat, only being dislodged later while being thrown around in the back seat.
No. An inmate who was beaten by an Arkansas police officer in the back of a patrol car filed a lawsuit Tuesday against the former officer and his police chief, accusing them of violating his constitutional rights. Attorneys for Billy Lee Corum filed the lawsuit against former Jonesboro police officer Joseph Harris, Jonesboro Police Chief Rick Elliott, and the city of Jonesboro over the August 8th beating. Harris was fired after he was caught on his patrol car camera punching and slamming a car door against the head of Corum, who was being transferred from a local hospital back to the county jail. Jonesboro Chief of Police Rick Elliott knew he had a ticking time bomb in Officer Harris, yet unleashed him on the city of Jonesboro knowing he was set to explode. No matter what Mr. Corum has allegedly done, under no circumstance is the violent rage inflicted on him by Officer Harris ever acceptable. Corum had been taken to the hospital after ingesting a baggie of fentanyl and had run away from the hospital when he panicked. He had wrapped the seatbelt around his neck to try and gag himself to dislodge the fentanyl he believed was still in his system. In the moment, I thought he was going to kill me. I've dealt with a lot of cops, but never one as vicious as Officer Harris, Corum said in a statement released by his attorneys. He was stone cold. He didn't say nothing and was just hellbent on punishing me. The lawsuit claims that Elliott knew Harris had an established and well-known employment history of using excessive force, engaging in deceptive practices, and making threats against law-abiding citizens. They include his use of excessive force during an arrest when he worked off-duty at a nightclub in 2022. Corum said in a statement that he's in constant pain from the beating. Corum is being held in the Poinsett County Jail on an escape charge.
Yeah. Fuck the goddamn cop. He should be fucking locked up on assault. But the goddamn chance is that, oh, we gotta protect our officers. Oh, the thin blue line. Oh. Oh. That's how I fucking hear all the fucking Republicans fucking sound like when they're like, oh, let's protect our cops. Fuck you. Fuckers like that shouldn't be a goddamn cop in the first place. Crackhead. Finally, cop who handcuffed EMT while she was treating patient will remain on paid suspension of $113,000 till 2025 and will retire with full pension, which is god-damned fucking bullshit. Again, it shows the vile fucking backing these fucking sacks of garbage have.
Tonight, we're hearing from the EMT who was forcefully arrested inside the Strong Hospital Emergency Department while she had a patient on the gurney.
Does she think the punishment handed down yesterday against the Rochester police officer who did it is fair? News 10 NBC investigative reporter Jennifer Lukey spoke directly with Lakia Smith about it today. Jen?
Yeah, Brett, Deanna, we all remember this situation. It happened in July of 2022, and after more than 2 years, yesterday, we learned the officer seen in this video will remain on paid suspension, earning his $113,000 salary until March of 2025.
Oh, you're an EMT and you're helping somebody who's injured. Fuck you. I think you shouldn't do that. I'm going to handcuff you while you try to treat them. And he still gets his fucking pay. Fuck you.
When he will be able to retire and collect his pension. He won't ever be able to be a police officer in New York State again, but the woman in this video isn't satisfied with that outcome.
Lakia Smith is the woman you see in this video being pushed up against the desk, her arms forcefully pulled behind her back and cuffed. She admits she dinged Officer Charles Latempio's car door with the door of the ambulance she was driving just before this, but
My main focus at that moment was trying to get my patient inside the hospital so that he can get the care that he needs.
A few days.
So again, it's one of these goddamn right-wing pussy-ass bitch motherfuckers. They are such goddamn pussies! They want to act big and bad, but they're nothing but a bunch of goddamn pussies!
Days after the incident, Charles Latempio was suspended with pay. An internal investigation determined he wrongfully detained Smith and used excessive force to do it. But the arbitration process took another 2 years.
I was furious that he was still getting paid after 2 years. I was furious that they still want to still allow him to keep his pension. And I'm furious that I wasn't able to tell my story.
Smith says she didn't testify during the arbitration hearing because they wouldn't let her attorney in the room.
I think this case highlights the broken disciplinary process for police officers in Rochester.
The hearing officer upheld only one.
Not just Rochester, the whole fucking U.S. The disciplinary fucking actions that are supposed to be taken against cops are not taken against them. Because it's like, oh, you can't hate our cops. They do the right thing to protect us. Go fuck yourself.
Of the charges that RPD's internal investigators found Latempio guilty of and suggested a punishment of retraining. Police Chief Dave Smith didn't like that recommendation, so he reached an alternate settlement. Lakia Smith has filed a civil lawsuit over this incident against the city of Rochester and the Rochester Police Department, the same department that has already found Latempio guilty of using excessive force.
On one hand, the city's own employees who investigated this case are saying he was guilty of X, Y, and Z. But on the other hand, they're fighting against a civil suit saying he wasn't guilty of the same X, Y, and Z. How do you reconcile that?
I don't think that you can reconcile it, and I think that the jury would see right through that. I think that anybody that watches the video can see with their own eyes Latempio's actions were outrageous.
Yep.
They were unlawful. And in the end, I expect that we're going to achieve justice for Lakia in court.
Lakia Smith says she got a shoulder injury during that incident that has made it impossible for her to continue working on an ambulance toward her dream of becoming a paramedic. She's been fighting to get workers' comp benefits for the past 2 years. Brett and Deanna.
Thanks so much, Jen. And if you'd like to look through the internal documents associated with this case, we can link them to you at WHEC.com.
Yeah. So, again, shows the fucking bullshit. The thin blue line, racist sacks of garbage, shit-ass motherfuckers love whining, oh, don't attack the police and see if they ever come to help you. Motherfucker. All I ever see is the police hurting and beating the goddamn shit out of people. I don't see them being, yes, ma'am, let me help you. No, it's generally, bang, 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 hands up. He's dead. You already shot him, dumb fucker. Fucking goddamn police. Anyway, this episode worked me up. I got angry from the beginning. There's no news anymore. It's just good news. Most of the time, it's just shit. You know, can we get some news like, hey, fellow human helps out another fellow human? No, that don't happen though. Fuckers. Fuck the right-wing bullshit. Fuck every last goddamn one of them. Anyway. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting these links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.